Hello, I am Anastasia and welcome back to my channel. I used to wonder how YouTubers would be like, oh my god, I accidentally deleted all my footage. And I was like, how can you do that? That's wild. I would never say never, because I did do that. This video has been a journey to make. It's been a journey. We're here. I had 5 minutes of footage that I had recorded when I originally started this video. That accidentally got deleted. It is what it is. We are here. Hello, I am Anastasia the Black Bookworm, and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to be here. I am so happy that you are here, and today I want to talk to you about the top books that I read of the year. So let's get into it. I'm gonna do my best to make it short and sweet and simple. Will I get that? I don't know, but that's the intention, and that's all that matters. But this is my top reads of 2024. I did not get to see you guys in the year of 2024. My reading habits changed. But for me, I'm one of the people that, like, when I read a book, if it resonates with me, then it really stays with me. Other than that, it will go away. And it is what it is. But in 2024, I read 108 books. And these are my top 14 for some reason or another. Now, this is supposed to be 1 sentence reviews. Your girl struggles with, like, the gift of summarizing, so it's like, you know, compound complex sentences, but we're gonna try for one of them, but we'll see. I'm conflicted because black authors deserve their things all the time. They deserve the recognition, they deserve the pay and resources to their counterparts in the publishing industry, and they do not get what they are owed. And for that, I say read black books always, all year long. That being said, it was like the first book I read of 2024, and it was a banger. It was when it was on Kindle Unlimited. Hannah Bonam-Young, my God, today. Girl, you snuck in there. You snuck in there because, like, regular, like, white cisgendered romance, I'm okay, I don't need it. But a one-night stand that leads to pregnancy, also, I'm okay, I don't need that. However, coupled with positive disability rep, it eats. I'm so sorry, it eats. It's so good. I read her when she was on Kindle Unlimited, so I read her, like, before the girls knew her. Like, I knew her way back when. Okay, that's when I read Out on a Limb. And it is what it is. I would highly recommend this masterpiece. Don't judge me. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl that bought into the hype. And for once, I bought into the book talk hype. Book talk hype. And it was actually, like, worth the hype, so. This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I read this as an arc, and one thing that I really love about Kennedy is that you can tell that she does research into the work that she does, and you can also tell that she is writing for her specific audience. And so it follows Soledad, who is on a journey of self-love and self-discovery, and as a woman and as a mother. And I just read it at a really poignant time in my life, and it resonated with me a lot, and so I highly recommend. Also, Kennedy's research and lived experience as a parent to a child with autism, I think it shines really brightly through this book. I think she does a really good job with just teaching the audience more about the realities of living with children with autism and what that may look like for a parent. So yeah, banger, automatic banger. The Oath by T.M. Richardson. I read that on Kindle Unlimited, and yeah, I read it on Kindle Unlimited. Did I read ARC? Anyways, I don't think I did. Anyways, so good. A man who is on his literal deathbed is thinking about his soon-to-be widowed wife and every single one of her needs, like the financial ones, the physical, sexual ones, the emotional ones, like all of them. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to entrust her and her well-being to my 3 best friends. Tens for you. Tens for you. Just such great decision making. Like, we love it. We love it so much. Where We Found Our Home by Natasha Bishop. I read that on Kindle Unlimited, and that was my first like venture into romantic suspense, and it definitely won't be my last because she did that. Tens across the board, no notes. I thoroughly enjoyed and was slightly creeped out by everything that was going on in this book, and I think that's exactly what you're supposed to feel when you're reading about a woman who is trying to survive life after having a stalker. So yeah, check it out. Between Friends and Lovers by Shirlene Oboubi or Oboubi. Ma'am, I am so sorry if I am mispronouncing your name. I know I'm mispronouncing your name, and I am so sorry. I will do some more research because I tried to do some beforehand and it didn't work out. It's a love triangle that's actually believable. And for that, I applaud you. I'm not a fan of a love triangle trope because usually the obvious choice is who she picks or he picks, whoever. But you know, 1, why choose? But 2, if it's something that the character is going to struggle with, make it be understandable as to why you're like, oh, I don't know where she's going to go. I don't know who she's going to pick. I don't know what's about to happen. Like, and that's exactly what this is. I read it as an arc. I don't know if I said that. Return page. Like I said, we are looking at notes. Manacled by SenLinYu is a Draco and Hermione fanfic, and I'm not trying to give that author, the original author, nothing. Like, we don't need to talk about her. But the series is a very beloved, thought out, fully fleshed, fully developed series with, like, you know, world building's done, character development's there, and it's a very, like, long, y'all know, it's 7 books of, like, good versus evil at its core. And so I think what SenLinYu does is takes this really, like I said, finished product, developed story, and it was like, hey, what if this didn't happen? What if good didn't win? Because good doesn't always win. Because the power of love being why this main character, like why Harry won the war against evil. My heart was full of love when I went into the voting booth, and I see where we are today. So anyways, Where We Found Our Passion by Natasha Bishop. I read it on Kindle Unlimited, and Friends to Lovers can be very like tricky because it can be very boring and dull if in formulaic. But I think what Natasha Bishop does really well is taking these 2 friends, childhood friends, which what kind of 12-year-old has a game like this? I don't know, but like if I was in middle school, I too would have said yes. And they go from childhood friends to lovers to broken up, and they find their way back together. So it's very beautiful. It's the 3rd book in the Lost and Found series, and it's so, so good. We actually have this one. Reclaim Me by JL Seegars. I would read this lady's grocery list, so I just think she's that like genius. However, this is not a biased opinion. This book is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. How do I put this? Spinning the block for your covering addict ex has never been more understandable. Never been more understandable. I understand it, I applaud it, and I encourage you to do it more often. The 1619 Project. This book right here, there's a possibility that I'm going to go more in depth with this book, but it's by Nikole-Hannah Jones, and I understand why the girlies are trying to ban her, because to be Black in America and a victim of the public school system means to not know your history from a Black lens. And I say that to say I got to hear and understand that Black history did not in fact start with slavery in America. Which you mean I know, I understand that, but not to this degree. Like, I truly thought Black people came over here as enslaved people. I did not know that we were already here. So that was very, very interesting to read and listen to, and I suggest anybody read that book. I told y'all two of y'all snuck on this list. Two of y'all snuck on here. It is what it is. Emily Henry, funny story. Girl, you did your big one with this. I started reading Emily Henry when I first started getting back into reading in 2021. And so I read her books. I read 2 of her books and I was like, I understand the hype, but like, I don't really think this is for me. And like, I never picked up another book of hers again. Don't ask me why I got this one. It was on sale. Anywho, I read it. I read the audiobook, listened to the audiobook, and it was so good. It was an unexpected gem on my shelf. I will say that, because it sat on my shelf for months before I actually decided to do something about it. S.A. Cosby, Razorblade Tears. Another sleeper that was on my shelf. I won it in a giveaway, and thank God I did, because I don't think I would have actually ever gravitated toward this book. But it is a story about a gay couple who has been murdered, unalived, and their fathers, it's an interracial couple, so their fathers come together to figure out what happened, because the police are not doing the best job at figuring it out on their own. And you get LGBTQ representation, LGBTQ plus representation, and you also get parent relationships with children who are in the LGBTQ community, LGBTQ plus community, and what that looks like. And you also get transphobia, you get racism. It's just a lot of very hard topics that need to be discussed more often, that are done really, really well. So like I said, it was a banger. I was thoroughly surprised that that was sitting on my shelf for over a year, almost 2 years, and I finally picked it up. Thank God I did. Rhythm's Blues by Kimberly Brown. I'm all for a public look back. I read it on audiobook. I'm all for a public look back. Ah! Montoya! Montoya! And if your actual man is out there embarrassing you on the world stage, get you a new one. Period. And let the world see. Anyways, Sing Me to Sleep by Gabi Burton. I really, really like this book because it was one of the few times that I've read a book with a morally gray FMC, and I don't think that we get that enough. I don't think we get enough like women and femme characters making decisions that are not the best and not selfish. Like, it was just very empowering to read about this siren who's literally like called to kill men because, you know, that's just what it is. But I think it's very important for more readers to understand that like women are layered. I think that Sing Me to Sleep does a really good job of pointing that out, because I truly think that Saoirse was a good person that just did bad things, and I think it was just really, really, really well done. Real Girls Get Down by T.M. Richardson. That sleeper came out of nowhere. I read it at the end of the year, and Miss Tati, Miss TM, excuse me. I would love for you to talk about this more. I saw like one video of you talking about it a little bit, and maybe that's my algorithm's fault. Maybe that's my bad, but it was so good. It's a story about a society where women and femmes who have, you know, XX chromosomes are being plagued by this disease, and like they're just dying everywhere. But because it's women, research is not prioritized. They're just replaced, and they're replaced by AI. And so you get to see what that society looks like, and it was so good. It was a very, very quick read. I wanted it to be longer, but there's more books coming. So I'm gonna shut my mouth and I'm gonna take what I'm given. Thank you so much. But yes, those are my top reads of the year 2024. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned, please comment down below, and I'm gonna do my best to respond to comments. I just do not be thinking people be wanting to talk to me for real, so I don't be in the comments. That's my bad. I'm gonna do better. But yeah, if you haven't read any of these books and you're wanting to read them, highly recommend. Wholeheartedly highly recommend every single book that I mentioned. And thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. You can turn on that notification bell if you want to. I'm not gonna force you to do it. I don't even know like what it's gonna look like for me to be posting, so I'm definitely not gonna force you to do it. But if you want to, I'm not gonna stop you. Do your thing, Pookie. Do your thing. But yes, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you are well when you're seeing this, and I will see you soon. Bye.